Welcome to Korhal, Floating Island. I hope they give this place a better name because it sounds not as awesome as it could. But regardless of that, spawning up in the top right-hand position from Samsung Con, it is Reality.
And spawning in the bottom left position as the yellow Terran. His name is Innovation, playing for STX, and I hope they change the American name, English name, but not the Korean name, because Korean name sounds funny.
Okay.
At least to me, so.
Well, I hope they can do that. As you guys have probably noticed by now, if you were watching the earlier games in Pro League, there are two alternative spawning locations on this map, and they do change how the game is played out.
Definitely. If you spawn in the other diagonal position, your third base is much closer. You could use the collapsible rocks to defend your main base and the natural, just like you saw in that CBC. If you get this position, then it plays a lot more like a regular map, except there's three main paths. And you know how you're saying the other map, Narrow Station, feels a lot more like Destination? This map also feels like Destination in a way such that there's three main ways to go from your main base.
We have a proxy barracks being started already by Innovation, and I think he's looks like he's gonna go for a fast reaper here. He is getting that gas, and you know, it's a new map. Oftentimes on new maps, players will do a lot of proxies because people haven't really figured out where the popular proxy spots are and where they generally happen. So I think this is one of the things that is not going to be expected from Reality here.
By any means, this is not going to be a cheese. You know, a lot of people have been talking about the 8888, and
it's not 888.
No, it's not. So he just wants to pressure with the Reapers, and what's so great about it and Heart of the Swarm is that you don't need the tech lab for the Reapers, and Innovation, he's known to go for some.
Hold that thought there.
Seems like he wants to go for Marauder pressure instead.
All right, so yeah, I guess he's going to go for the early Marauders. That's also very popular in this matchup to do that. And the thing is, like you were saying, this is not really an all-in build.
Yeah.
You just get a few out. You do a little bit of pressure, and then you go into a standard macro game, and it's designed to kind of get you ahead or punish really greedy play. We do have a Marine here, though, from Reality. It looks like he's going to scout around the map, but he's not going to scout. Oh, wait. He's moving his Marine over there. I think he's going to see it. Oh.
Whoa, he's almost out of position from the back, and now he collects it. But is it too late? He's building a reactor, and did he actually see it?
Oh,
no,
my God. He missed it. Holy crap, that was so close. Innovation. He got so lucky there. That is the luckiest proxy barracks I've ever seen.
You know what you said a few seconds ago? This is a pressure build, and you're supposed to get a little bit ahead. At this point with the reactor, if he doesn't have the bunker, he could finish the game.
Yes, he is. He's getting a factory now too. Oh, this is.
Oh my God.
With the third. Okay, he's moving out with two Marauders and the SUV. Concussive Shells has finished up here. Reality is going to be caught completely by surprise. He's going to be like, "What? I thought you weren't proxying me. What the heck, man? Why are you doing this to me?"
2, 1. No lift.
No lift. Oh, okay. I think maybe he wanted to trap the Marauders in his base, but now Reality, he's going to have to deal with this pressure here, pulling a lot of SCVs. That's going to force the Marauders back, but now there's a third one that has been added to Innovation's army.
Yes, and he also picked up the SCV that was building the factory. Reality is not paying attention. He's just so focused on defending the attack right now.
That's true, but I mean, overall, if we look at things, Reality, he's still ahead in supply. He's going to lose a few units here. There's a lot of Marines out, though, but the Marauder count, it's getting dangerously high now. There's already 4 out, and we're not seeing any more being built here, though.
That was a little micro by Innovation. He should have pulled that Marauder back to the back. Because he saw that it was such low in health, it's better to leave the strong ones in the front and leave the weak ones in the back so that 4 Marauders are alive for a long time.
Exactly. So it looks like these Marines, they are going to be able to finish off these Marauders. And you know what? Innovation was able to kill a good amount of SCVs. But did you notice that Reality, he has got another command center in his base, and he's still ahead in supply?
That's why I'm so worried about Reality, Innovation right now, because he was able to kill some SCVs. And I don't know if he saw the command center. Did he see it?
Yeah, he knows about it.
Okay.
So he's getting that command center. Innovation expanding himself. Both players are going to have a starport around the same time. Innovation slightly ahead, but I feel like a Reality, he's going to be able to pull ahead slightly here. And money scan, seeing everything essentially there, knowing that the starport is going up and we're not seeing anything too crazy. I actually wish that we could have seen that reactor get stolen, or sorry, the tech lab get stolen by Reality.
That would have been perfect, actually.
Yeah.
And now, Reality, he's just getting the tanks out. He's getting a medevac. So it seems like he wants to go for some pressure with the drop and with the Marines inside the medevac. And with the booster, you know, it doesn't give your opponent too much time to prepare for it.
Yeah, you can also heal up those Marines that you had to use early on for defense. But Innovation going for the Cloaked Banshee here. A very, very popular build from the Wings of Liberty era. It looks like it's still going to be used in Heart of the Swarm.
Oh yeah, it's definitely still usable.
Yeah.
Especially with the cloak, because if you only have the Banshees, the Widow Mines can actually snipe the Banshees if the Widow Mines are in the mineral line. But look at this, Reality, he doesn't want to give his opponent too much time to come back into the game. He's slowly pushing out, and his opponent only has Hellions.
But he does have a good amount of Hellions there, and they should be able to easily deal with this Marine pressure. But there's a tank added into the mix as well. The Marines, they have to properly split up here, otherwise they're going to get roasted quite fast. Siege mode does not require any research here. So that's going to allow Innovation to slowly move up here, or sorry, Reality to slowly move up here and kind of put a little mini contain actually on his opponent. But now the Banshee from Innovation, it's almost complete. It is Cloak. And is there any defense in Reality's main base? That's the real
I don't
question.
think so. He's sending all of his units to the natural base, which means that he will be able to pressure his opponent, but he's so vulnerable back at home. For example, if there was a drop inside the main base, the game might be over because Reality loses too many units. But here comes the Banshee.
Here comes the Banshee. What is Reality's response to it? We have another siege tank there. So now, even the Viking joining the ground army here. I think we may see a bit of a base trade here, but look at that. There's a lot of Hellions. They're going to be able to deal with those Marines. And now Cloaked Banshee is on the way here. That Viking, it needs to go to the high lift up, and it needs to attack that Cloaked Banshee.
But all the Marines are down, and the SCB is getting pulled off from the middle line to try to go for the siege tanks, but there was a money shot killing tons of SCBs, and now how much damage can the Banshee do?
A lot. It looks like Innovation has taken a pretty heavy supply lead here, 61 to 54, 51 now. And Innovation, he was able to force 2 scans. He's going to lose his Banshees here, but look at that, 16 kills on that Banshee. That is
really
absolutely
close.
Insane. And Innovation is now taking a large supply advantage. But look at this. We have a kind of a wall off here, actually, with that 3rd command center. I don't think Innovation has even started his 3rd base yet.
Yeah, so this Banshee's still alive and well, and does he actually have any scans left? There we go, it's sniping it down, but look at the number of SCVs killed. 24 SCVs have been killed by Innovation. Reality only getting 9 SCV killed with the money shot from the siege tank.
So it looks like the pressure, I think we have had a bit of an overcommitment there from Reality, but you should be able to deal with this Cloaked Banshee harassment now. And is there any energy for a scan? It doesn't look like it. Okay, now he has energy for the scan. He wanted to get in the range of the missile turret. And the Cloaked Banshee threat is pretty much nullified now.
Now, Innovation, he needs to decide what he wants to do. Okay, he's getting a 3rd command center. What I was worried about for Innovation is that he's doing a great job killing all these SCBs, but Reality already had the 3rd command center up, so as the time goes by, he will be able to, overcome his opponent really quickly with the 3 command center, SCB production, the mules, and everything else.
All right, well, it looks like we have Innovation going into a mech unit composition. Pretty easy to tell due to all of the Hellions that were built early on. We also have Reality moving into more of a bio unit composition. Also looks like he wants to get a, no, I guess he's not going to get a Raven. He's just going to use that tech lab to, make more Marauders, and he's going to get a reactor and start funneling out some medevacs.
Yeah, so look at the number of Hellions. It's like watching the Vultures back from Brood War when there was TvT. And, you could even use the, Hellions with the Hellbats if you get the armory and get the upgrades.
Yeah, that's very true. We're going to have to wait and see what Innovation's overall end composition is going to be. It's going to definitely be mech. Is he going to add some, Widow Mines? Is it going to be mainly Siege Tank? Or is it going to be, maybe some Hellbats, like you said?
Well, first, he's getting the Widow Mines to start it off, and then he's getting the 3 Siege Tanks to support it. So now he's going to slowly move out on the map, and Widow Mines are so great. They're like mini Siege Tanks, almost. You just throw them, and you really can't attack into it. I mean, you have to go around with it, draw some fire out, and then take it out. If you try to go full head-to-head against it, and if your units are clumped, then say goodbye to your units, man. I mean, you saw those GSTO matches yesterday with the Zerglings trying to defuse the mines, and if it didn't work out correctly, you saw
did you
all
see
the
the
blood.
Banelings, man?
Those Banelings, they were gone.
They were. All right, Reality taking his third base right now. Innovation also grabbing his third base around the same time. And this is going to be really interesting to see because if you think about it, players can really take expands almost either way.
Yeah.
It's really, I guess, more up to preference than anything else. But it looks like both players have opted to take the one that is to the left or right of their main base, respectively.
And it's also great because they don't have to worry about their opponent's third expansion being too close to their own third base.
That's true, and also you can cover, I guess, a little bit more airspace from your main base as well for drops.
That's why it seems like that third base is more popular than the other one. When I saw some matches being played out here.
Yeah. All right, so now both players, this is kind of like a bit of a downtime in TvT before any of the intense action starts. There was so much going on in the early game, but now things are starting to cool off a little bit, but it looks like things are going to start up again. We have a drop from Innovation. That Blue Flame, I think it recently finished here, so this Hellion drop, if he's not prepared for it, then Reality could suffer a lot of damage from it.
You don't want to find it really interesting. Reality is the one who's going for bio, but Innovation is the one who's being more active on the map, and that's because of the new boosters, you could just drop the Hellion so fast inside the middle line. And look at this, drawing out the attention over here with the Hellion so that he could drop inside the main base. Is there a medivac going inside the main base?
I don't know. I can't actually see. Okay.
Oh, he actually pulled out. Okay.
Yeah. It looks like that was deflected, but I mean, if we look at the supplies right now, the mech player is ahead in supply, and in TvT, the mech player, you don't want him to be ahead in supply. I mean, that just means that you're in a bad position. So essentially, Innovation, I think he has a pretty strong timing window where he can just attack and win. He doesn't need the siege up here. He can just A-move and take over Reality's army here, and he's killing all of it. Holy crap, this army.
That was a huge mistake by Reality. He should have lifted everything into the medevac, boosted out of there. You could actually beat the Viking by speed. That's what he should have done, and he just didn't react correctly.
That's true. So now it looks like we have another attack getting ready to hit the third base of Reality. Innovation. Oh, look at this siege up here. It doesn't even matter that there's siege tanks here for Reality. They're just getting taken out instantly. We do have Reality moving in with a small force. Near the third base, they're taking out some of those SCVs and the command centers that are being built right there. But the problem is for Reality that his third base is going to go down as well.
Yeah, and bio forces are more fragile than the mech army. And even if he loses a couple of SCVs here, he's losing the third command center, and the tank force is so strong. I mean, Reality is in this situation where he can't fight the army head-on. He needs to do these cute harassments to come back into the game. But when it comes to the end game, he needs to face the tanks, and he needs to take him out somehow.
Exactly, and without the supplies or the economy to really face this army head-on, I mean, it's hit the point in the game where things are getting late. And look at this excellent, drop by those medevacs. But the problem is there's simply so many siege tanks and so many Hellions out on the map that there's nothing that Reality can really do in this situation. And I think this is the beginning of the end for Reality. That command center, it's getting, low on health, and the siege tanks, they just keep rolling in.
I still want to commend Reality for going for the drops and drawing out the siege tank fire, going for the splash damage. That was perfect. In fact, that's how people play PvT in Brood War, just dropping the Zealots, commonly known as a Zealot Bomb, right next to the siege tanks. And if there were Widow Mines next to it, it could have done a lot more damage. Something that Terran players should think about when they're facing mech with bio.
Exactly. All right, well, at this point, we have a 190 supplies to 132. Oh, excellent Widow Mine hitting pretty much all of those bio units there. Good Scan's going to be able to take out both of those, but now these Hellions, they're going to be able to move in here and just, I think the sheer numbers are going to be able to force this Terran player back. The medevacs, they're going to get sniped off by the Vikings as well. There's nothing Innovation can really do, Reality can really do about it at this point.
Yeah, Innovation is just playing this like Brood War and just laughing at his opponent for going bio, because that's something that you never did back in Brood War. It was always mech, and Innovation is being really comfortable right now sitting on his mech with the siege tanks outside of the base. That one siege tank still left alive and well, and now he's just slowly eating away at Reality's main base.
Reality actually did a great job pretty much killing all of the tanks near his third base, but the problem is the third base, it's still not mining anymore, and Innovation, he's been on 4 bases for quite some time with a lot of extra command centers, and the medevac getting taken out there, and I think this is it. Reality, he has no more units left. GG.
So STXO finally on board with Innovation taking a victory against Reality to put them up 2-1 with Samsung still leading, but now they have a score.
The Banshees, man. The Banshees from Innovation completely turned that game around.
Yeah, Reality did a nice job saying, well, if I go for pressure right now, my opponent is not going to have that much units, and I could deal a lot of economic damage even if my push doesn't work. He just didn't know about the Banshee coming, and he just didn't defend it well.
So, unfortunately for Reality, he does get taken out by Innovation on Korhal Floating Island. The next match, it's going to